Hello and welcome to episode 105 of Comics with Stevey D. And this is a great episode today because I'm talking about duos, great duos. I remember when I was a kid and saw Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in the movies. Even though they were outlaws, they were great buddies and they stuck together to the end. To the Bolivian army caught up with them. Bonnie and Clyde was another great movie from my youth. They also stuck together. Turning the good guys, we also have Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Han Solo and Chewbacca. Then there was Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. Sometimes lawmen and sometimes outlaws. Thelma and Louise were two wild ladies. Doc and Marty from Back to the Future. The space heroes like Spock and Kirk. Great comedic duos such as Cheech and Chong, along with Abbott and Costello, Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, Woody and Buzz from Toy Story. Let's turn our attention to comic books now. Batman and Robin, Captain America and Iron Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Rocket, Raccoon and Groot, Cap and Bucky, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, War Machine and Iron Man, the Scarlet Witch and the Vision, and many more. So let's look at some books. There was probably the first duo. Robin 3, number 1, Cry of the Huntress from 1992. Cover art by Mike Zeck. That's a pretty cool book. This is my favorite of all time Batman and Robin covers. This is Robin number 1 from 1991. Cover art by Brian Boland. It's a terrific cover, a fantastic cover. Just look at all the line work in there and the expression. And I'm always talking about how expression does a lot of the storytelling. All right. Tales of Suspense number 1 from 1995. Cover art by Colin McNeil. And this is an interesting book. And for being produced so long ago, what was it? 1995. It cost $7, which was a lot of money. I think I got it for a couple dollars. It has a cover that makes, when you pull it off, it makes a virgin cover. And this is the way you like to see Captain America and Iron Man. They finish their battle and they're helping each other get out of there, you know. All right. Of all the great duos, Marvel Team Up title was probably the one that presented duos in the best light. Marvel Team Up number 29 from 1975. This is the time when I was a youth and started collecting comic books. The cover art by Gil Kane and John Romita. And what's interesting about this book is Iron Man is constantly writing Johnny Storm, trying to provoke him into researching about the villain, Impetus. All right, on my Marvel team-ups, I have been collecting Iron Man covers and such. This is Marvel Team-Up number 49. That's a pretty good cover. And it's from 1976, the bicentennial year. John Romita and Audrey Bradford were the cover artists. That's a pretty cool cover. Spider-Man and Captain America. This is Marvel Team Up 106. And they're battling the Scorpion in this one. Cover art by Frank Miller. And I wanted to show the splash page because the Scorpion's in a mental institution. And that's what he's going through. That's a horrific cover. But that's a pretty good splash page. And the docs are talking about him, how he needs to be... there's the mad scientist guys, doctors talking about him. It's kind of a cliche, but it works. All right. My next one is Marvel Team Up 110 from 1981. And this is a really cool Spider-Man and Iron Man working together cover. And it's kind of an homage to the Hulk and Thing cover, I kind of think, you know. And I didn't write down who was the cover artist. Let me give him credit. Mike Esposito. Okay. And there's Spidey with his spider senses just going off like crazy. All right, here's the team. Secret Invasion, War of Kings, number 1B from 2009. Cover art by Brandon Peterson. And Black Bolt. Don't get him in a conversation. It might end up really bad for you. And don't mess with Medusa's hair. She'll get you. Alrighty, moving right along. Here's a duo. It was in my last year's Christmas episode. Mickey and Donald's Christmas Parade from 2015. Cover art by Giorgio Cavazzano. IDW Publishing. Such a festive cover right there. All right. That brings us to Marvel Fanfare, number 1. From 1996, cover art by Robert Brown and Mike Witherby. And that's a good cover. And we have Superman and Lois Lane from the New 52. And if you move this around, you'll get different images of them. First they're kissing, then they're fighting. That's pretty cool. My last show was about lovers in comic books. And as I was preparing for this show, I ran into a couple of books I wish I would have included. Here's The Amazing Spider-Man 639. They're on top of the cake. And look how his tuxedo has the spider icon on it. It's really a cool one. And the other one, Superman flying off with his bride. And the roses in here, very beautiful cover. Now, I want to give you a shout out before I wrap this out. Lettuce Comics. He is a very interesting comic book creator, and him and I and Hagen from Hall Yeah Comics are doing a trade, A-OK, and let me get that lettuce out. There we go. And there's Lettuce Comics right there. We're doing a trade and it's in the mail, and I'm so excited. because I haven't traded with anybody since I was in 7th, 8th grade. So it's been a long, long time. And so I got packages going to them guys, and they got packages coming to me, and we'll make a show out of it. And it's really fun. I'm really excited about it, because I know I'm passing some books on to those guys that I believe they will like from watching their shows. And I'm sure whatever they send, I'll be totally grateful for. And with that, I just want to say good luck in your comic book pursuits, and I hope you get some very fine books out of the Dollar Man, which is always the neatest thing to do. So with that, take care.